This is just crazy. It's insanity.
That's U.S. 1st Congressional District Representative and Republican Congresswoman Nancy Mace reacting to the shooting when I spoke with her shortly after the shooting took place. Now, I asked her about her concerns regarding security in light of what happened.
Well, there's always Secret Service there, but I've got a lot of questions about the security for this particular event, because clearly I'm watching some viral video right now of people who saw the gunman and no one stopped him. No one stopped this man with a rifle crawling on top of a roof, overlooking the rally, overlooking the stage. And so how did that happen? And also, I've heard rumors that Secret Service has turned down more protection for Donald Trump. And so after this, they better damn sure increase the security around President Trump, around his family, and other elected officials who've been targeted for a really long time.
I would like to see more security at the RNC, at the convention. We don't want this to happen where thousands of people again are going to gather to support Donald Trump. We should be able to convene and rally and support President Trump as our nominee without fear of being shot at. And there is a lot of fear tonight. There's fear on Capitol Hill. There's fear by any elected official that this could happen to them or their family, and it's wrong. And so I want to know what the Secret Service is going to do to ramp up their protection around Donald Trump, and what they're going to do to make sure that we have a peaceful convention. It isn't going to be interrupted by someone from the far left who wants to shoot Republicans.
And now talk to me about what you're hearing from your colleagues on Capitol Hill. What's going through their minds, the thoughts they're thinking about right now with regard to what happened?
People are in shock. They just cannot believe that this happened today. And of course, everyone I've talked to is very saddened by the tragic death of the audience member, and I pray that the second audience member that got shot and is injured survives. We're praying for those families right now, and we're praying for Donald Trump because he was injured as well, and thousands of people flock to see him when he has these rallies, and I'm praying for our country.
Now, Congresswoman Mace is also going to be speaking in prime time on Wednesday night at the Republican National Convention. I asked her about what she has planned to say in that speech. Do you have any preview of what you would like to share? And
well,
are you going to address this at all?
I think I'm going to change my speech entirely, and I will rewrite it after tonight.
What would you like to say to America during that speech?
I have a lot to say about the culpability of people who seek to demonize Republicans, demonize the right and the left because of our political viewpoints. I have a lot to say about mainstream media that is aiding and abetting and helping the left, with this sort of violent rhetoric. They're not being honest and truthful about what's happening in this country and why so many people believe in Donald Trump, because they've been lied to for years by the left, by the mainstream media, by their friends in the press, and it's wrong. So I'm angry, I'm pissed off, and I'm angry, and I've got a lot to say on Wednesday night.
Now, we're speaking with a number of Republican Party leaders here in the Low Country as well. I spoke with Dorchester County Republican Party Chairman Stephen Wright. He told me that he spoke with other GOP leaders here in South Carolina about the shooting.
Our first response is a response of thankfulness, thankful that the president appears to be okay, but we are going to continue to pray for his swift recovery. This is a very fluid situation, and we need to pray for President Trump, but we need to pray for America as well in our future.
And now we asked Wright if he expects the Republican National Convention and former President Trump's campaigns to go on as scheduled.
President Trump, if there's one word that can describe President Trump, it is strength. Strength in adversity, strength in overcoming obstacles, and I have full faith that President Trump will overcome this tragedy that occurred today. We saw him leave the stage, pumping his fist, showing strength, and I expect him to not allow this to deter us, not allow this to distract us. Full force ahead. We're going to win this election on November 5th.
And what would you say to whoever would do something like this?
Whoever would think that political violence is acceptable in the United States of America should be ashamed of themselves. Violence has no place in America, and it needs to be condemned in the strongest terms possible by every single person, no matter your political persuasion. Violence has no place in America. We should disagree without being disagreeable, argue our policy positions, but violence has no place in our country or no place in the world.
And I had a chance to speak with State Representative Matt Leber about this issue as well. He talked to me about how the rhetoric in politics has to change.
The vitriol and the hyperbole from campaigns has to end. The positions on issues are what matter and nothing else. The worst among us are being inspired by the relentless personal attacks and extreme rhetoric. We must do better.
What do you think can be done to solve this problem?
I would encourage individuals that are running for office to focus on the differences and policy issues and stop with the personal rhetoric and the personal attacks.
Now, I would say that's basically a common theme I'm hearing from everyone I'm talking to in the political world. The rhetoric matters, and it has to change.